Hey guys, Goldenrod here. Before we get started with today's video, I have a new nickname suggestion from you all in the comments. Today's nickname has been suggested by UberDan9254, and he has suggested the nickname Spitfire for our Magmar. There is no particular reference here, it is simply in reference to the fact that Magmar spits fire. So thank you very much UberDan for the suggestion, and now let us begin the episode. Hey guys, it's Goldenrod here, and welcome back to Pokémon HeartGold. Last time, we returned to Goldenrod City after finding out that Team Rocket was creating some problems here at the radio tower. And yeah, they have basically taken over the entire city. We climbed up the radio tower after getting into a Team Rocket disguise briefly. And we fought many Team Rocket trainers along the way to get to the very top, where we found that the director inside was just Petrol in disguise. And now we're down here in the underground tunnel to try to save the real director. So this time, we're going to be doing exactly that. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to deal with the Team Rocket trainers in front of us. And trust me, we are not going to be running out of Team Rocket trainers to fight anytime soon. I don't care if you're lost. You show up here, you're nothing but a victim. Well, that's just not nice. What if I am just a genuinely lost child? What if some 4-year-old came in? You're still going to attack them with your Pokemon? I mean, I guess you are criminal, so I don't know why I would expect you not to do exactly that. Okay, nice and quick. Nothing really to this fight at all. Ugh, yeah, you think you're cool, huh? Yeah, I am. I'm so cool. I've cut out 90% of the 2 seconds that it took to kick your ass. Anyway, that's been taken care of, so let's deal with the next one. Open one door, another closes. But you can't get where you want to go. Well, then how do you get anywhere? If there is no path forward, then I shall simply construct one for myself. Hello, Muck. God, we're seriously back to underlevel grunts again. Seriously, people. Ah, you darn Sucker Punch me, you. Critical hit, Sucker Punch. Well, credit where it's due to the Rattata. It eliminated 21 HP. It's almost a fit. Uh-oh, I was sunk by indecision. You kidding me? You were pretty decisive about your Sucker Punches, if nothing else. Okay, right over here, there is a full heal. So if your Pokemon get hit with a SAS condition, that can be very useful because it just instantly deals with all of them. Now, as you can see here, we have various colored doors. And these colored doors can be opened or closed by pressing those 3 buttons there. We want to arrange things in just the right way to where we can get everything that we want to get. But for the immediate moment, I want to deal with the trainers here because yes, these are trainers. Fork over your goods. Yeah, see, remember how Team Rocket was saying that they ran out of actual, uniforms? Here we're seeing that, so now we're fighting just straight up burglars that are working with Team Rocket but are not in the Team Rocket uniform. I like how that little detail of them running out of uniforms actually does kind of translate over, even if they don't explicitly say it at this point. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. That's not exactly what I meant. Well, at least Coffee was burned before you self-destruct. That could have been really bad. Zero Screw level 31. Thank goodness. Very rare instance to fight criminals that have Magmar, but then again, he is a burglar. He is not a Team Rocket grunt. Begging for mercy? Nah, chance. Steal and sell. It's a basic in crime, kid. That's very true. I'll steal and not sell. Smoke Ball. I'm pretty sure... Let me double check this one. Smoke Ball, an item to be held by a Pokemon. It enables the holder to flee from any wild Pokemon without fail. We've seen many a time where if my Pokemon are too much slower than the opposing Pokemon, then it just won't work as far as escaping. This will guarantee that moving forward. Alright, I've done a little bit of rearranging and healing my party just to make sure that I'm optimally leveling up my Pokemon. We have one more burglar to deal with and a Team Rocket grunt up ahead, so let's do it. They ditched this project before they finished. I'm searching for leftover loot. Oh, so you're not actually working with them. You're just another criminal taking advantage of the opportunity here. Interesting. Whoops. I like how quick and decisive that Thunder Punch animation is. Alright, that takes care of coughing. And like that, Burger Orson has been taken down. So strong. So pointless to show any of the actual fight itself. It was so bad. The underground warehouse? What do you want to go there for? There's nothing down there. Are you being serious? It's a warehouse. Everything would be down there, my guy. Like, even if the director wasn't there, there still would be a ton of loot. You're a burglar! Anyway, what do I know about being a criminal? Right, Team Rocket Grunt? Quahaha! Confronted by the doors, are we? Nope. I'll let you in one secret if you can beat me. Alright, well. I hope he provides me a secret because I honestly am not confronted by the doors at all. I just haven't touched them yet. Credit where it's due, these Team Rocket Grunts are bringing out, like, stronger Pokemon. Not in terms of level, because Lord knows they're not stronger in terms of level. But to be relatively fair, the Mucks and the Glooms and the Weezings, they have been a genuine problem. Even though that problem can be circumvented through just simply having even better Pokemon. Please don't. Okay. Word is going to get poisoned again. Alright, and that hopefully should push Blazer level 31, putting us back in green health, and wants to learn the move Swift. Like the case with Akira, Swift is a nice move that has 60 base power that can never miss. I think I'm going to get rid of Quick Attack because I haven't really been using that, especially while I have Headbutt as an option. So goodbye, Quick Attack. Hello, Swift. I blew it. Alright, that takes care of the Team Rocket Grunt. What do you have to say, actually? Alright, a hit. Look at the color of the door switches. You push a color switch, and the same color door opens up. Yeah, I kind of gather from that. Yeah, it's all color-coded, so you just need to pay close attention to the kind of doors that are surrounding it, and you should be fine. The main thing that we're trying to do is open this door here, while also creating a path that will let us open it. So, let's see here. Let's try opening the green one. Okay, so that opens that, but we also close that. So we can't close the green one. Blue will close those, and red will close those. There we go. That opens the path nice and clearly. Now we have one more Team Rocket Grunt to deal with. I'm going to heal up real quick. And for this fight, I'm going to bring out Akira once again, because Akira is the lowest level in the group at the moment. Are you lost? No, you can't be. You don't even have that scared look. I'll give you something to be scared about. Yeah. I've heard this song and dance before. Gloom is actually a genuine threat in one of the other Pokemon side games, Pokemon XD. In that particular game, Gloom was used to put like the player character to sleep while the criminals looted off of the player's unconscious body and stole arguably their most prized possession. And it was actually used again to great effect later on. So, credit where it's due to Gloom. It's not the best Pokemon, but criminals have used it effectively. Just not this one. Anyway, that takes care of that, Team Rocket Grunt. How could you? With 2 confusions. That's how I could do. Go wherever you like. Get lost. See if I care. Well, before I do anything, I'm going to flip this switch here. That will open this specific door. It doesn't affect all the doors, but it does at least affect this specific door, so now we can get out nice and easy if we want. But I don't want to do that, because we have a little bit more to explore here. So as expected, there are some more items in the warehouse. Right here we found an Ultra Ball. We have plenty of those on hand, but it's always nice to have a few more. And it looks like I have some more Team Rocket Grunts. What are the odds of that? You're not going any further. I don't show mercy to my enemies, especially not brats. I think the word you're looking for is twerp. But I understand. You can't just freely use that. Only special members of Team Rocket are allowed to use the term twerp. Probably gonna get outsped again. Oh, no, I did not outsped. I actually outsped Golbat naturally. I thought Rhino was gonna be slower. Well, way to go, Rhino. Definitely got rewarded for that little endeavor, huh, buddy? Anyway, Rhino good level 31. Look, I don't even have 50 speed. That is sad. Anyway, Mizumori also grew level 31. Blast it! I'll say. My Rhino doesn't have 50 speed and it outsped your Golbat. That is pathetic. Okay, we have another Team Rocket wandering around. There we have a Max Ether, another very useful item. I'm going to rearrange my party's EXP situation a bit again. All right, transfer the EXP share over to Hogan because everyone else at level 31. You still don't see me from that distance. Embarrassing. Yuck, yuck, yuck. I remember you. You got me good at our hideout. I weirdly remember you too. Nothing particularly interesting happened in this fight aside from Akira once again destroying a bunch of poison types. That's a no chance against his confusing. Yuck, 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 that's how you did it. More money for Mother. Oh, if I thought Mother was calling me, it's actually Joey again. Griffin, howdy. It's Joey, how are you? Hey, do you remember my super cool Rattata? My Rattata is different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is the top percentage of Rattata. Do you know what I'm saying? I do. I do, Joey. I know that we've heard that line before, but it doesn't make that any less true. More Team Rocket grunts. How'd you get this far? Guess it can't be helped. I'll dispose of you. Yeah. That's what they've all said, and look where they all are now. Ostensibly dead. Critical hit, super effective confusion. Let's go, Akira. All right, Akira accused level 31 after defeating a second coughing, 107 attack, or special attack. Jeezums. I got disposed of. Yep, just like the morning trash. Oh, there's the call from Mother. I knew I was going to get it at some point. You can't say we're not getting nice stuff from her, because last time we got a choice scarf. So anyway, I want to go right here and get TM82 Sleep Talk. We talked about this when we were fighting its price, but it's a move that allows you to use a random attack while you are asleep. If you combine that with rest, you can basically set yourself up to attack even while you put yourself to sleep and fully restore your HP. The only real risk to using Sleep Talk with rest is that you could randomly roll onto using rest, and that doesn't work. But otherwise, it's a great combo move with rest, and I highly recommend it if you want to go with that strategy. Anyway, hello, Director. Who? What? You can't rescue me? Thank you. The radio tower. What's happening there? Taken over by Team Rocket. Here, take this card key. We got the card key. Use that to open the shutters on the 3rd floor. I'm begging you to help. There's no telling what they'll do if they control the transmitter. They may be able to control Pokemon using a special signal. That seems very specific. I mean, not that you're wrong to think that they would do that because they absolutely have, but it's weird that you know that they would be able to do that. You're the only one I can call on. Please save the radio tower. And all the Pokemon nationwide. Will do, my guy. But before we do, we need to head up these stairs. Which brings us up to this little thing in the warehouse and gets us an amulet coin. Very useful item. Let's go over what this does. The amulet coin, an item to be held by Pokemon. It doubles the battle's prize money if the holding Pokemon joins in. I highly recommend that you have this on one of your Pokemon if they don't have a better item to use, because it really is just a fantastic item, especially in some of the later battles that we get, because you can get a ton of money using the amulet coin. But now we find ourselves here in the underground warehouse. So this is the little side entrance that I told you to remember for later. We couldn't really do anything with this previously, but now we can come down here whenever we want. And since we are here, let's make use of this place and go to the department store since Mother called us again. All right, my delivery man, what do you have to say? Good day, Griffin, is it? I have a package from your mom. Again, here you go. Pasho berries. Very nice. Anything else? Nope, didn't think so. Pasho berries, as some of you expected, is yet another berry that reduces super effective damage. In this case, it reduces super effective damage from a water type attack. I actually like the design of the berry. Looks like a weird fish with very sharp teeth. All right, so now that we've saved the director, there's only one thing left to do, and that's to go back into the radio tower and head up to the 3rd floor, because we need to finally end this. So back up here on the 3rd floor, there was this door that we could not do anything with previously. But now that we have the card key, door's wide open, and now we have the opportunity to fight more Team Rocket grunts. What were you expecting? Why did the door open? Did you have something to do with this? No, I'm just the person that happened to go through the door as soon as it opened. Seriously, connect the dots yourself, my guy. Okay, just because I want to show this off real quick, I have given Ceres the amulet coin that we previously discussed. And even though Ceres is not necessarily the absolute best choice for this, I'm going to bring her out just so we can say that Ceres participated in this fight. And maybe we can get some extra money from the criminals. So I think given my options here, I'm going to go with Air Cutter. Not quite enough to one-hit Coffin, but that's all right. Haircut is not the absolute best move anyway. But that takes care of Coughing. So I get some nice EXP, and now, this is a bleak moment. We got 2,080 for winning. We only would have gotten 1,040 for winning, but with the amulet coin, we got even more money. It's going to be very nice moving forward when I have to grind. All right, and now, as you can see, we have a familiar face over here, right behind the glass. So how are we doing, Proton? Now, wait just 1 second. Aren't you the one who got in our way of the slowpoke well? I see. You're doing all this because you want to make me angry. Be careful. But since you seem to wish it, I'll show you the full extent of a Team Rocket executive's wrath. Yep, time to fight Proton once again. We're challenged by Executive Proton. He only has 2 Pokemon to speak of. First off is Golbat, level 28. Inner focus for the ability with moves Wing Attack, Confuse Ray, Leech Life, and Bite. We do have to be very careful, but fortunately, Akira does not really require all that much caution. At least not against a Golbat. Alright, that takes care of Golbat. Got some nice EXP for Akira and Hogan, which caused him to level up to level 31. Wants to learn to move Takedown. I think I'm going to pass on Takedown for now. I don't really need that on Hogan. It's going to be sending in Weezing. Once again, I'm going to be bringing in Sarah so that way I can double my money. Alright, sending out Weezing. Level 33. Seriously, you chased me this far? You stood at one spot. I just kind of walked up the stairs. Anyway, level 33, levitate for the ability to move Sludge, double hit, Smoke Screen, and Smog. As we go through this, fun fact about Proton. His original name was not Proton. In the Japanese version of the game, his original name was actually Lance. For obvious reasons, they had to change this in the English, Spanish, and Italian localizations of HeartGold and Soul Silver to make sure he didn't have the same name as a certain other character that we recently met. But yeah, Proton is technically not his original name. Ugh, what are you? At least not the original intended name. For those of you curious, in the Japanese version, the Lance that we met at the Lake of Rage that helped us at the Rocket HQ, his original name was Wataru in the Japanese version. We're getting hit with a lot of critical hit sludges, but I think another Air Cutter will do this. I know that I worked way hard to take care of this Weezing than I needed to, but again, I want that sweet, sweet moneda. Phew. We got $2,640 for winning. A lot of money. You may have won this time, but all you did was make Team Rocket's wrath grow. Yeah. Got another Ultra Ball for defeating Proton. Not really the best reward, but we take it. Alright, sorry for the mild cut there. I did have to do some rearranging of the items, as I do after a big fight. So, let's head on up and see what comes next. Go up for Observation Deck. Good to know. As you can see here, we have another familiar face here. Let's do it. Hey you, remember me from the hideout in Mahogany Town? This time it looks like you're really all alone. All alone. So it should be quite easy. Bring it! Let's finish this. Yep, we have yet another Team Rocket executive that we need to fight. Ariana is back. So she's going to be starting off with Arbok, now level 32. As always, it has the Intimidate ability. And as the moves Wrap, Poison, Sting, Crunch, and Glare. Can be a bit of a problem for Akira, but I am not too worried about that. Now, this is not technically the first game in the core canon where Ariana makes an appearance. And I'm not just talking about the fact that, oh my god, critical hit. I'm not talking about how she technically has a unique sprite in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Back in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, there was an unnamed Team Rocket admin on 5 Island during the post-game that is heavily implied to be Ariana. I did mention this previously, but now we're kind of seeing the other end of it. Now we're seeing Ariana fully realize. So she's going to be bringing up Murkrow next. I'm going to switch in Raido for this. See that beautiful thunderstorm animation. Now, Murkrow, level 32. Super luck for the ability, so very prone to hitting with critical hits. With the moves Nightshade, Wing Attack, Astonish, and Pursuit. As I said, Murkrow does not have the best natural moveset, so this is to be expected. So in the manga, Ariana is actually has 2 different interpretations. The HeartGold and Soul Silver manga, not the Gold and Silver manga, different continuation, portrayed her as we see her in the game, with few plot deviations, of course. But in the original Gold, Silver, and Crystal adventures, she had an entirely different design closer to her original Gold, Silver, and Crystal sprite, which was named Sham instead of Ariana. Really, really horrible name, if I'm being brutally honest. Next up, she's going to be sending in Vileplume as her last Pokemon, so I'm going to bring in Blazer and have him deal with this, and we'll see Blazer's amazing fire animation once again. Hey, what do you think you're doing? So Vileplume, level 32. Chlorophyll for the ability, so be wary of sunlight, even though she does not have any way to set the sun. With the move Sweet Set, Mega Drain, Acid, and Sleep Powder. Pretty basic for Vileplume, but it's to be expected at this point. Now, there is one other reasonable connection that can be made with Ariana, but that is a topic for another day. Another critical hit! God dang, Blazer! You and Akira are killing it today. I'm sure those of you who've kind of worked out the connection may see it, but if not, we'll work it out later. Hey, we got some nice money for that. Unfortunately, I did not use Ceres in this fight, so I do not get to double that money, which would have been really nice. But that's all right. Anything you have to say, Ariana, before we never see you again? What a waste. Not to use your strength to do bad things. People like you will never in a million years understand our brilliance. It's too bad. I've really come to respect your strength. Well, that's weirdly nice of you. Okay, so I've done a little bit more rearranging of the party because there is still one more big fight ahead for us. There's our other admin right over there. Jesus. It's time to finish this, guys. We're just about at the end. Okay, surveying the area. Good to know. And of course, since we're standing right next to Ariana, he also gets very mad. I like that detail a lot. Next stop, the observation deck. You arrived at the observation deck. Let's do this. So we fought all these other admins. So who's the current boss right now? Don't think we've seen this guy before. Oh, you managed to get this far. You must be quite the trainer. We intend to take over this radio tower and officially announce our comeback. That should bring our boss Giovanni back from his solitary training. We are going to regain our former glory. I will not allow you to interfere with our meticulous plans. Yup, Archer is the final executive and head honcho at the moment of Team Rocket. It's going to be starting off with Houndour. He's not screwing around. Houndour is level 35. Early bird for the ability with the moves Feint Attack, Fire Fang, Bite, and Roar. Can be a big problem, especially if he uses Roar, but I'm not too worried because Hogan is still a beast, even though he is weak to fire-type attacks. So we're going to start with Brick Break to open up. Now, Archer, much like Ariana, has had multiple prior appearances in the core canon prior to the events of this game. Well, sort of. The one that is absolutely canon is the male Rocket admin that we also found on 5 Island in the Fire Red and Leaf Green post-game. However, technically, there is one other appearance. But before we get into that, we got Houndoom coming out. Houndoom is the strongest Pokemon. He is not screwing around. Houndoom is level 38 with early bird for the ability with the moves Feint Attack, Fire Fang, Bite, and Smog. Very, very powerful, and by far the strongest thing that we have encountered so far. He's 7 levels higher than our current party, but we should be able to get through this. Oh boy. It is Fire Fang, so I'm not too worried. Would have been clutch if we had gotten burned, actually, but that's okay. Hopefully Hogan can handle this. Okay, that's the biggest obstacle in our way taken care of by far. So anyway, now that we've gotten that little scrapper dealt with, so in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Archer is actually an acting admin for Team Rocket. He has a unique model, name, and enough relevance for it to absolutely count. However, because Red and Blue are by no means the primary characters of that game, it's questionable whether any of it is genuinely canon. It certainly is not with respect to this game. So anyway, his last Pokemon's going to be Coughing, and Hogan is looking pretty down right now. So I think I'm going to bring out Akira to finish off Coughing. Oh boy, Coughing, level 35. We can't have you getting in the way before news of our resurgence reaches Giovanni. Levitate for the ability of the moves Sludge, Smoke, Screen, Tackle, and Haze. In the manga, Archer actually had 2 different interpretations prior to the HeartGold Soul Silver Adventures manga. In the original Gold Silver manga, he was a rocket admin named Carl, just Carl. His design, much like Ariana, was based on the Gold Silver Crystal executive sprite of those games. In the Golden Boys manga, his name was Gray. Real creative names, guys. Anyway, Sarascrew level 32. And that takes care of Archer. No! Forgive me, Giovanni! And we got over $6,000 for winning. Very nice. How could this be? Our dreams have come to naught. I was not up to the task after all. Like Giovanni has done before me, I will disband Team Rocket here today. Farewell. And just like that, he's done. Hello, Director? Why am I never sure? Oh, you've already defeated them? Thank you. Your courageous actions have saved Pokemon nationwide. You're well worth this. Please take it. We got the Rainbow Wing. Interesting. There used to be a tower right here. When the tower was replaced with a radio tower, that Rainbow Wing was found at the top of the tower. I heard from a friend in Cyanwood City that you can climb the Bell Tower in Ecruteak when you have a Rainbow Ring. I have to get back to my office. See you! Oh, I almost forgot. According to my friend from Cyanwood City, legendary Pokemon will not appear if you just go up to the top of the Bell Tower with only that Rainbow Wing. Apparently there's something else you need, or something like that. I wonder what it was. Can't remember. How what? Are you expecting something? This is what they call fake out. I really must go back to my office this time. See ya. Okay, well, I was expecting this call, honestly. With 6,000 more monies, of course, we got more stuff from the Pokemart. It's to be expected. But yeah, that's it, guys. The threat of Team Rocket has been taken care of once and for all. So now all there's left to do is to head down to the bottom. Thank you, kiddo. You're the best. This is a token of my appreciation. I walked by this lady and I want to talk to her. Got TM11. Very, very important that we talk to her. It's sunny day. Powers up fire-type moves for a while. Very nice. Now, before we leave, there is one other thing that I want to do. I want to go back up here. And I want to talk to Mary real quick, because she also has something for us for our troubles. Oh, you're my little savior. Will you take this as my thanks? Obtained the Bright Powder. Very, very useful item. When a Pokemon holds it, it lowers the opponent's accuracy. Yes, Mary saved me a little bit of trouble there. So yeah, it's a held item that lowers the opponent's accuracy, so it can be very helpful if you have a Pokemon that's especially vulnerable to taking damage a lot. It can be nice because it just randomly makes the opposing Pokemon miss. It doesn't work on moves that are guaranteed to hit, but otherwise, anything's fair game. What do you have to say, security officer? Feel free to look around anywhere. The director is nice again, just as he was before. Well, good to know. All right, that's it, guys. The threat of Team Rocket has been eliminated once and for all. We did it, all with the power of our Pokemon. Right, Hogan? Oh, right, Hogan got badly hurt by the Houndoom. Well, in any case, we did it. So, with all the Team Rocket grunts taken care of, there's no further business to be dealt with in Goldenrod. So, next time on Pokemon HeartGold, we're going to fly back over to Mahogany Town and finally see what lies east of Mahogany Town. Because trust me, there's a lot coming up. See you guys then.